Okay, okay, okay. Calm down, calm down. You're here. You made it. The train did not leave without you, okay? You opened the door, and you got in. You know, welcome, welcome to the train of AP. I didn't really mean to make a train analogy. That's just where the sentence went. So it is what it is. Okay, don't do this, Silas. You know you're gonna get smacked. I'm even gonna use ignite here. I'm not afraid to use it. You know, that's that heat. When I first discovered that gangsters call a gun, they call a gun heat. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, I needed to do it. I insisted myself upon this line, just because, again, you know, sometimes, whoops, you gotta do what you gotta do, just to make Silas know who is the who is the insister. There it is. Yeah, you know, force 10 CS to 4. It's all good. If in OPGG there was this laning phase up until minute 2, I'd always be winning with this AP arc. When I first discovered that it's heat, they call it heat, a gun. They call a gun heat. I was laughing. Maybe I wasn't laughing too long, maybe, let's say, 5 seconds, but that's enough, you know? That's enough. That's why comedy shows are so powerful for people, because let's say you laugh only once, but the genius idea of comedy shows is that, let's say you go to a comedy show and for 30 minutes you sit there with a mad face, and then at minute 31 you laugh once. That's it. That's the ice that was melting, and that's the ice that was lowering temperature, and it started melting. And that's the whole thing. That's like the big value of it. What am I talking about? I don't know. It is very early in the morning for me because my sleep schedule has been effed, or you might even say maybe adjusted. Whoops. Oh, almost. Don't do this, Silas. Gonna get smacked. Yeah. Whoa, okay. Interesting choice. Man, I don't have mana for this. He did not plan to do that. He did not plan to do that, most definitely. He might flash, though, together with Amon. I got that feeling that there's somebody quivering in those top bushes there. Just quivering over there, you know? Those bushes are just rumbling. I can hear it. I know that there isn't a sound effect for that, but I can... Yeah, there we go. I knew it. There he was. Right? Silas helping him? Might lose a... Okay. I'll just go back real quick. I guess I gotta help my Mr. Viego here. Yeah, well... Flash for a couple of CS. I guess that's a donation to my Viego. Or to me, because... technically, his gank potential is lower. You know what I really do respect about Riot? I remember 2 things, or maybe even in more occasions, they have tried to fix a problem by doubling the problem. And it's such an interesting mechanic. First of all, and that's... okay, so what I mean is Yasuo. They added a second Yasuo, right? Whoa, okay. What is Sylas doing? Can we actually... Please, Viego, don't make me sweat there. And they added a second Yasuo. And now that I think about it, they probably weren't trying to fix the Yasuo problem. Or maybe they were. Actually, I don't know. Man, this Sylas is having probs. He's on the struggle bus over here. Man, oh, one more E and he did. Yeah. There we go. Oh, Lord. Jeez Louise, what's going on there? How did he survive that? What the F healing? Ah, he didn't survive that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Might as well, you know, get a driver's license. Might as well get a driver's license. They have tried to solve a problem by doubling the problem, and everybody hated Yasuo, so they added a second one. And I'm not 100% sure that they solved it, but it definitely, there's this very interesting dynamic where a problem doesn't become twice the problem when you double it. sometimes. And the second example is Amumu. They added a second charge to his ability, to his stun ability, right? And the thing is, you would think that if it was annoying before, you would think, it's going to be double annoying, and it wasn't. You know, obviously they changed they just didn't outright make it like, whoops. They didn't outright make it the same, but twice as powerful. Obviously they changed the round. Whoops. There we go. There's just the second one. Oh man, this wall placement was so good. It blocked him. You know, it wasn't intentional. It was intentional, but it was a little bit unlucky. It was a little bit lucky. Yeah, there's. I guess, you know, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, and I feel like Yorick could really use something like that. It's like it's interesting. It's like a very creative thing to do. It's a very creative exercise to do something like that. I think she's dead, right? Yes. Where's that slow coming from? Is that from the Drake? Jeez Louise. I'm coming here trying to, you know, play my best life. And this guy's just slowing me down. Whoops. For no reason. These ghouls are going to jump from these the graves that I made on this Drake. And I think that it's a very interesting thing where you're trying to solve a problem and you do it by increasing the actual problem, you know? Let's think about what it is for Yorick. People don't understand his gameplay style. That's his problem. So what if we added more people who don't understand his playstyle? 0% of people understood his playstyle. Would that, okay, that's not what I mean, okay? It's more about abilities, okay? Let's say he has 2 wives. Sorry, man. Yeah. God. Oh, he took the right. Okay. Let's say he gets 2 wives. How would that change the dynamic? Man. Did he ignite him? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I have the wall, boy. Sorry, man. Gulag Mesopotam. What does Gulag Mesopotam mean? That's the name of Amumu, by the way. Is his name really Gulag Mesopotam? I feel like it means some kind of a Gulag city center, something like that. I know what Gulag means. I know that there's a Mesopotamia. There was something like that when I was in high school. Okay. But I'm not exactly sure. I think I need to do this. He's going to be bouncing me. And that's about it. Peace out. Okay. Man, Gulag Mesopotam. That's such a... I like it. No, leave it. Leave it. I can't go there. Sorry. Please listen. She says open end. Full disclosure, last game I played against Aurelian Soul. And I can't tell you exactly what happened, but at some point the score was 16-2 or something. Not in our favor. So, you know, that was my last game. And I would have to go back and re-watch and see the scoreboards, but I think I had the same Caitlyn that I'm having now here, that I'm having in the end. And exactly the same thing happened with me. I was here, enemy Smolder was 7-0 or something, and Caitlyn was at my tower over here, last game, just now. And I decided, nah, nobody needs to, again, go wash their eyes with a pressure cooker. So I'm not going to post this game. Somebody said that, hey, man, you know, I want to see those games. And, okay. Hey, Fazel Nuts. This is incredibly dangerous. This is like, yes, we can push the limits, I guess. But that's, you know, 9 times out of 10 there, we would have, there we go. Hey, what the F was that? I thought that it was the commenter or what? Really? I guess it was, because I didn't... It's not on cooldown, so it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was Scorch. It might have been Scorch, though. It was... Man, this is so funny. The score was very similar in the other direction. That's what happens when you play early in the morning, you know? Early in the morning. People are just... You meet people like Gulag Mesopotam, and maybe it's the Gulag Archipelago. Maybe that's what it means. Because I know that that's... my friend's uncle thinks that the whole book is filled with lies. And he's the type of guy who sings, okay? USSR. He sings USSR. Oh God, she's gonna... Yeah, that's not fair. Her damage is not fair. He's the type of guy who sings the USSR hymn. I think in English it's not hymn, it's something else. It's like anthem, yeah. Okay. Now this is the second to last game on my AP challenge, and one thing can tell you immediately is that this is the strongest 1v1, 1v2 build I've ever played on Yorick. Hands down the strongest one. And unfortunately, one thing I have to say about it is that it is also the most PvP out of all Yorick builds. If you are a PvP enjoyer, and by the second P I do not mean plates, if you are an enjoyer like that, play this build. It's going to be fun. The climb is going to be good. Whoops. And okay. Hopefully the climb is going to be good. You know, I can't promise that. You know, there's always the disclaimer. Your experience may differ. You know, as they have in everywhere always. But it's highly likely that it will, because I would say I have to say I think it's overpowered. I'm just not... I think that Baus or who's the guy who has the top lane fundamentals? His name escapes me for a second here. They should pick up Yorick and just really study him for a week and then do a huge climb on him. And I think they're going to get him nerfed 100%. Because yeah, Yorick's biggest problem is that people, first of all, don't play him. Not problem, but the reality is that they don't play him, and teammates hate him. So his win rate is artificially low overall, not just mine, but overall win rate is artificially low because, let me just smack her, because of racism against Yorick in a sense. Yeah, let's just jump into the next one, the last game. Okay, if you really must know what happened here, I can show you. So what happened here was that Gwen started fighting with Kazakhs, right? And I was here. And technically, if you think about it, against these 2v3, right? I could have queued him once, yeah. I could have queued him. It's fine. And at this point, you probably can't see it in the chat, but she was already typing at me. And she's recalling like this, and in my opinion, in my humble opinion, where she's in full vision. Actually, let me check if she is in full vision, but they very well know that she's there, I think. I think this is inting, right? I think this is inting. I think she died from Scorch. Let me check that real quick. Well, I can't check it because he could have used the Scorch early. And it was downhill from there. We did die many a time, as you can see in the timeline here. And then the last thing I'm going to show you from this is that, well, we tried to do something here. And the last thing I want to show you, which is again, because I don't want you to have to, because if you look at this, it's 9-0, right? Is that I went here and I thought to myself, hey, don't mind if I do. Because I consciously lost this wave. I thought that he's going to come here, and I thought that I'm going to be waiting for him here. But that since I saw that he went to Grubs, I decided that, hey, don't mind if I do. Actually, it will be interesting to see from his point of view, because I don't know how it looked from him. He was really surprised about this. Look at this. Just bouncing. Actually, I ended up perfectly walling him. And doing a little bit of a smack there. And this is basically, that's it. That's the last good thing that happened in this match. Do you really care to see what else happened here? I died to this guy. Let's see this fight, okay? I was actually a little bit too eager with against this Aurelion Soul. Let's see, 17 to 4. Aurelion Soul is already big. I think I was just a little, you know, I flew just a little too close to the sun here. Maybe, okay, this is the last thing I'm going to show you. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know how close that was. Jesus, that's interesting. But then I was forced to fight this guy after I flash and ignite, and unfortunately I went to the fathers. Unfortunately, I went to the fathers. What else do we have here? I promise to not show you any more of that, any more of those sad moments. I promise to not show you any more of them, but I think I have to show you one more. For all of my haters and Yorick AP haters, you will look at this and you'll think, yes, this is the moment I was waiting for. This was very one-sided. Ambush. And he's gone. That's basically it. I ambushed him. Couldn't do anything. that was it. And then there's nothing else to see. There's just jumbled moments of us just dying one after another from, so yeah, let's jump into the last match of the day. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to speak a little bit about what I usually do in the lobby. I always ban Irelia because AP Yorick, I think, uniquely struggles against Irelia, but also if I'm mid, banning Irelia tells the enemy team that, hey, he's probably top. So I do this every time. And if I'm mid, I will always try to swap to the first pick. In this case, two of us are the first pick. So I'm already there. If I'm top, I'm gonna probably swap, to the last pick. And that's it. And sometimes I say to my top laner that, hey, I can also play top if the jungle and top are AD. Because I believe that to be a very overpowered situation for Yorick. Especially AP Yorick. Because all he needs to do is buy the tabbies. And that's it. Now, it is the situation right now. But I gotta say, I just said to you that, hey, it is, it's an overpowered position, but it's just that Yasuo he gets so much value out of having dashes on the ghouls that I don't want to give him that, that nice feeling, Yasuo's really, you gotta keep them at bay. You got to keep them at bay in a sense. So I think I'm going to stick with this one. Although I can top 2 if good. Ooh. It's even worse. This is even worse. But in any case, this looks like a very good match because Iceborne Gauntlet and Armor Boots will do wonders. I don't know what Kai'Sa does. If I understand anything about lobbies, I think that if this champion gets fed, we'll lose. If she doesn't get fed, it's an automatic win, right? That's what I understand from picking, but who am I? Who am I to say, right? Who am I to say? Okay, let's jump into this one. Now, this Yasuo skin I uniquely dislike because in my last video I talked about how these animations, and I don't like them. And this is the skin where I really don't like the animations. Okay, actually he doesn't have... oh, he does have... I thought that he doesn't have the second stack, but he does. It's all good. It's all good. And sometimes when they get fed, they have this annoying way of kind of stacking these, these sound effects and everything. I don't know, I'm very sensitive to animations and sound effects very often. And I kind of... anthropomorphalize them very, very often. And I know that maybe that's not the right term, but I know that Riot works very hard to make champions feel like real, like I've said this before, that for example, when Batmanas is a good example, he was a Darius, right? And I had this legendary video where he was mad, but he just lost his lane on his own, and he was mad. And I was kind of laughing at him, making light of his situation a little bit. And it's not funny if you think about the person behind the screen who might be a little bit mad, a little bit suffering, But it's funny to imagine that that's the actual Darius there. And since he had the skin, he had the big scary skin, like the one with the, it's actually a cool skin, I like it. Where there's these really weird sounds when he does the slow. You can check out the Batman. I don't remember. I don't know the name of the skin, but you probably know what I'm talking about. There's one specific skin that's very cool for Darius. And okay, there we go. Actually, no, this is a bad trade. It is what it is. And it is much more funny to imagine that he's the one behind the keyboard. And that's what I usually do. That's how it works for me. Whoops. Okay. I think, yeah. I didn't have Q, though. Nah, my brain did not predict that perfectly. But I could have done... Oh, actually, I'm pretty lucky that I didn't get smacked by the jungler, So, in any case, this is the last match for this AP climb. Am I going to do more AP climbs? Yes, maybe. Am I going to do it immediately? Probably not. Maybe, yes. Whoop, there we go. I need to get that shield to keep him on his toes. Because once he has that shield, then he's kind of like... He's balling, right? Don't do this. Now it's one smack. He wants the cannon. Not going to let him. Shield. Is shield coming? Don't do it. Oh, that comet barely didn't nick him. Barely, man. I should have farmed these because now I don't have enough for Sheen. Jeez Louise, look at this. Didn't farm these casters? Now don't have enough for Sheen. What you doing, Mr. Pokerick? Oh, Ghoul, do it. There we go. Champion. And now I E and Q and he dead. Right? Now I E and Q and he dead, and all because of that ghoul. Whoops. Well, it's not gonna happen if you don't hit your E, Oh, there's that shield again. Man, I don't. Okay, so here's one thing again I can tell you about AP Yorick. The more you know about the enemy, the better you're going to be off. Obviously, it's the case for most champions. If you know how Yasuo works, you're going to have it easy. Oh god, he's level 6 for some reason immediately. Oh, okay, I might lose the lane. Might lose the lane here. Did not know it. Okay, no, it's all good. He does have the ignite, by the way. He was waiting for this. He was waiting to out. Okay, but he doesn't have flash, so. Okay, he missed it. It's funny, Maiden's hitbox is ups. Yeah, he doesn't have flash. Oh, did he ward it or what? Okay. It's funny, Maiden's hitbox is so weird that you can't even really, hit her. Okay. So yeah, what I've noticed about this AP Yorick is that the more you know about it's like a PvP build, really. The more you know about what they do, the easier it's going to be for you. What is really cool about playing the other build, which, hey, don't do this. How did he get the shield immediately? Whoops, there we go, man. Shouldn't have dodged it that way. Should not have dodged it to the left. Okay. It serves him right, by the way, because very often I dodge it to the left on the tornado that he shoots, and I always get hit by it because he shot it to the left. In this case, I shot it to the... just straight up. No, actually I didn't. What did I do? I don't even know. How did he die? Austral kill. So, whoops. Okay. No, it's all good. So again, yeah, that's not satisfying that you have to play against the champion. I'm thinking of doing either the farming climb or the pushing climb. The farming climb would be with Profane Hydra. first, and pushing climb would be with the classic, just, you know, Titanic Hydra. And I'm playing. I don't know which one of those I might do. I'm really curious about both of them, because both of them, the big difference between AP and them is that you can literally get. Okay, he's gonna. Oh, he's level 6. Yes, I can start doing bad fights, and this yasuo is gonna get baited by the bad fight. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, man. Don't mind if I execute this perfectly. Don't mind if I do. There we go. What? Why was that so weak? And both of them you can get Tiamat and just start ignoring the mid laner completely. Both of those. But if I have to say which one is stronger, AP Yorick is 100% definitely the strongest PvP Yorick I've played. I would have to play a little bit against other Yoricks, 1v1, against those classic Trinity Force Yoricks. And since I haven't played against Yoricks at all, you know, I might get steamrolled. But I think if if it was me versus me with Trinity and me with this, equal skill levels, I think the AP would win, because it's just way easier to just run around and kind of, apart from getting locked down into the wall and just the other Yorick rolling you over, you know, I think this AP Yorick is just, there's hands down, no doubt about it. He's just doing it. Okay. We have Penetrator in the jungle. I think, okay, a little bit scared of this, of what's going on there. We have 2 Kais. I do not like that at all. The bot last video that I uploaded, whoops, took 2 shots, unnecessary, completely. Well, it was for plate. It was for plate. So, last match of last upload, the second one was sad. Exactly because of bot laners getting fed. And whoops, there we go, my friend. What you doing? Okay. I can dodge around. I can do a little bit of this, you know. I don't like when people do this in lane, you know, this. I don't like when they do this, except when you do the sound effect of when you're trying to, like, you know how I don't remember where exactly it was, but from my childhood, somebody would, okay, jump on him, flash jump on him, do it. Does Yasuo know about it, or what's going on there? Okay. Well, sometimes you gotta live the fast life, even if it looks ridiculous. It could have worked if I queued him or Pantheon flashed. It could have worked. Please believe. Please believe. And I have to say something about Yorick's team fighting. Playing this AP. AP Yorick is not that bad at team fighting, especially if he has pushed the lane already. Especially then. Especially if he pushes the lane and then goes to a sort of like a, almost like a supporting role in a team fight. Okay. Almost like a supporting team fight role. Okay, I don't think we can do this. Which one do we target here? Oh, well, maybe we can. Okay. Ghouls? Do it, boys. The boys do it. The boys are back in town. Yeah, the boys are back in town, big time. So, that's also... AP Yorick is really not Yorick. He's more like... I don't know, he's some sort of a wizard. Where he's... Why is Garen lying over there? Is that the Garen that looks like American Dad's dad? Because I said that he looks like American Dad himself, but he actually looks way more like the American Dad's dad. And I thought, wow, I think in one video before this one, I showed that. Why is Renekton curling into a ball and flying over the map over here? We don't want him here. Don't, you know, don't do it. Oh, God. Yeah. That's unlucky. That's really unlucky. Pantheon, you know, I like you. I like the early plays that we had, but now we're inting. We have begun the int. It has begun. So you can fast forward through this video. Nah, don't fast forward. You want to see how it actually plays out, I think. Because, oh, there she is. 3-3 low elo enjoyer. Ooh, she doesn't even... Oh, so there's 0 AP. Okay. Don't mind if I do. I can get that advance blade. I don't care. I can get it. Okay. That could have been wonderful if I catch her like that. Careful. Careful, boys. Oh my, oh man. Yeah, that's him. I think, oh, actually, no. What are you doing? Oh, what? The int is happening on both teams at the same time. Somehow. Somehow. Hey, you jumping or not? I know this. I know Pantheon's abilities. You know, I know that he has the ability to just jump on you with your shield and then just boom. You know, do that. I think this guy's a dead. There's no way. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually just gonna get the cannon. I don't need to finish that. You gonna eat that? You know that saying from fat people? Okay. Okay. By the way, why isn't there body positivity and fat acceptance for pets? I would imagine if you really believe in a cause like that, it would extend to pets, right? I would imagine. I think I know the answer. I know why. I know why it's not. That doesn't exist. Okay. Always like to see Yasuo dying. You know, while I was coming back to lane, I saw that Vayne actually soloed him, which is, you know, it is what it is. So my official recommendation, if you're doing AP Pokerick build, I'm going to call it just a Pokerick build. Pokerick build is Sheen and Landry's Torment. Now, if you like to suffer, you can turn that Sheen into Trinity Divorce. I don't care. But I don't think that's the best thing. No, actually, I do. Let me insist. Do not do that. Just buy Iceborne, because the slow gives you damage. Literally. Whoops. Okay, careful. Because if he's not alone, it's a prob. And if I give away that 500, it's a big prob. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Don't do this. I could die, by the way. Yeah. Yes, I'm ahead, but he had all the cards and I didn't have any cards, so I gotta do this. Yasuo is like that, you know, it's kind of embarrassing. Although, I'm not really that far ahead right now, if you look at this. What? How is it possible? What? Why is he so close? In terms of items. I guess he farmed or something. It's only 900 for me. Well, why am I being confused here? Hey, Yasuo, don't think about it. You had Ignite. Now it's gonna be the other way around, okay? So don't sit here too much. Oh, why is he full health, by the way? Well, if he's full health, he can sit here. Okay. Actually, his build is really, really, really strong against AP Yorick right now. There are a couple of... Okay, so this brings me to what counters AP Yorick. I would say Irelia. I would say Yasuo. And I would say Yone. They definitely... It's very, very hard. Because you can be 4 items and they will... With 2 items, they can kill you. You know, so that's just a little bit... Whoops. That's just a little bit unfortunate. Whoops. Okay, there we go. That's just one of those a little bit unfortunate things. You don't have to worry about that if you have the strongest team, so don't do this, Yasuo, please. Just a measly ultimate. But yeah, no offense, you know. No offense to him, because, you know, I have the kind of like the strongest team over here. Okay. Let's just push this and then go back. and get the IBJ. And get that IBJ rolling. Okay. Somehow he didn't have his, you know, the button where he starts doing those sounds and then flies in the air. And he immediately died. But yeah, super easy game. I'm not sure if it's because, oh, on my team literally nobody else built armor, so we still won. I don't know how that works. I thought that it's an auto win because they all are AD. What is this guy doing? Driver's license rescinded. Is that the right word? No, it's not, I think. Okay. Let me place... Oh, what am I doing? I didn't know that there's a charge there. What? Why was there a charge? Okay. Let's just not troll. Let's just end this, okay? Because they could... They could jump on us and now we will all die. It is totally possible. Okay. Okay. Who died here? I don't know. I guess we finish later. Or do we finish now? Maybe we finish now. Looks like Renekton is, you know, soloing over there. Solo TP Renekton only there. Yeah. The AP challenge is over and let's just go over the results. Okay, so it started off with this game, which was against Yone, right? Then there was this remake, which unfortunately was because of me. And then there was this game, which doesn't count, where there was an AFK. but apart from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, exactly. 14 to 6. That is 70%. That's the end of the challenge. It is a build. It's a PvP. You know, there's no getting around that. It's definitely a PvP in the sense that the laning phase is almost always very, very good. You see 64. Actually, I have to zoom in a little bit so you can see. 64, 52, 54, 34, 1. Let's count the ones which are below. Actually, there's, okay, 2 and 3. 3 games. This was the one where Gwen decided to do a little bit of trolling. So, yeah, that's that. Those are the results. Those are the results. I hope you enjoyed this 20-game AP climb. And actually, somebody said that, hey, you should compare this win rate to your regular win rate. And actually, my win rate was 47% before I started it. So it's actually even better than I thought. Because if it's 70% on 20 games, that is compared to 47, right? And that is, you know, it's significant. It doesn't mean, oh, there's one more where I was losing actually. But you know, that doesn't mean that much. It is cool to have a good laning phase, but it doesn't mean that much. It means a lot, but not that much. So again, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the next when I figure out which I'm gonna do next. You know.